Good morning. I'd like to read Proverbs 21 to you and share some practical insights I've discovered. And I'm reminded of the verse that says, my heart is stirred by a noble theme as I recite my verses for the King. Um, my pen, so I want to read Proverbs 21, and a verse I want to share with you has been on my mind continually this season, almost daily, and on my lips often enough probably, is James 3:17, which says, "But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, reasonable, full of mercy and good fruits, unwavering, without hypocrisy." I was struggling this last seasons discerning what truth and error, and I was having a struggle deciphering knowledge and what was coming in, because we have a lot coming at us in this day and age, and with all this thing with billboards and TV and media, and everything's flashing at you. There's a lot coming at you. Everyone has their own cup of tea, and they're glad to share it with you. So I was struggling these last seasons knowing how to discern and filter all that was coming in. And this verse right here was really key for me, because the words, "but wisdom from above," that the direction from above coming down was a beautiful picture for me, much like planting a seed in a garden. And those things were really awesome to help me filter through the muck and the mire that goes on down here. Proverbs 21. The king's heart is like channels of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he wishes. Every man's way is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts. To do righteousness and justice is desired by the Lord more than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the lamp of the wicked is sin. The plans of the diligent lead surely to advantage, but everyone who is hasty comes surely to poverty. The acquisition of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor, the pursuit of death. The violence of the wicked will drag them away, but because they refuse to act with justice. The way of the guilty man is crooked, but as for the pure, his conduct is upright. It is better to live in a corner of a roof than in a house shared with a contentious woman. The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no favor in his eyes. When the scoffer is punished, the naive become wise. But when the wise is instructed, he receives knowledge. The righteous one considers the house of the wicked, turning the wicked to ruin. He who shuts his ear to the cry of the poor will also cry himself and not be answered. A gift in secret subdues anger, and a bribe in the bosom strong wrath. The exercise of justice is joy for the righteous, but is terror for the workers of iniquity. A man who wanders from the way of understanding will rest in the assembly of the dead. Those who love pleasure will become a poor man, but he who loves wine and oil will not become rich. The wicked is a ransom for the righteous, and the treacherous is in the place of the upright. It is better to live in a desert land than with a contentious and vexing woman. There is precious treasure in oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man swallows it up. He who pursues righteousness and loyalty finds life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the stronghold in which they trust. He who guards his mouth and his tongue guards his soul from troubles. Lord, help me. Proud, haughty, scoffer are his names, who acts with insolent pride. The desire of the sluggard puts him to death, for his hands refuse to work. All day long he is craving, while the righteous gives and does not hold back. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with evil intent? A false witness will perish, but the man who listens to the truth will speak forever. A wicked man displays a bold face, but as for the upright, he makes his way sure. There is no wisdom and no understanding and no counsel against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but the victory belongs to the Lord. This is a very beautiful proverb, and no doubt filled with treasure and wisdom. And I really enjoy verse 22, which says, "A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the stronghold in which they trust." The wise man who has know-how, understanding, insight, discretion, and wisdom from above on how to approach a situation like a city who's trusting in false gods, and a wise man scales it. He weighs it. In my business, I of reclaiming barnwood from old barns and demolition. You have to first scale the barn and find out where its weak points are, and where you can crawl on it and where you can climb it, and what's sturdy and what isn't. And most cases, I've found that you want to start at the top and not the bottom. Clearly, knocking out the support beam at the bottom while there's all that weight on the top would be foolish. Unfortunately, I've done that, and I took a bushwhack on a post, and then the roof just came. And I'm really thankful to have some more breath in my lungs. That was a learning experience day for me. But I love that verse, and I picture a wise man scaling the city, taking time to check out the city, to figure out the constructs of what it's going to take, and I also picture like a buried treasure ship or something in the deep water, in the sea or something, and it would take a man to know how to extract that treasure ship out of the ocean, and a man with wisdom and insight and know-how and strength too. Well, possibly he could be in a wheelchair or something and just direct traffic, I suppose. But it would be a man who has intellect and a heart that's wise and not dumb. And I just picture a treasure like that filled with riches to share with those in need. And I'm really kept in check by these things. And the verse that kind of scares me, in a good way, I'm encouraged to verse 28. It says, "But the man who listens to the truth will speak forever." Listening is an active process, and it's a discipline. And there's I've seen so often people wearing headphones and blasting, pounding, thumping music, and not that that's disgusting or anything. It can be kind of fun sometimes, but I just see in the world around me that many people have drowned out their lives by loud sounds and music and headphones, and just escaping the art of just quieting down and just listening. And it's a real struggle in the United States, in America, to still yourself and be quiet, because there's a lot going on in this day and age, as you know. And chapter 21, there's wisdom scattered throughout. I am convicted about verse 17. He who loves wine and oil will not become rich. My desire is not to become monetarily rich, but if I did have $100 more in my pocket or something, with wisdom and discretion, maybe I'd be more useful with that $100 to share with those in need, or to buy sandals, or a pair of shoes for kids and orphans who don't have any, or walking bare feet on thorns. I've noticed that some kids around me have been doing that, and ultimately I don't care to be a monetarily rich man, but I would love to be. I do desire to be rich in God, and rich in this, and that would be one of my goals. So, and I also am reminded in verse 31, the horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory belongs to the Lord. A horse is so strong. Just the chiseled muscles on a horse are just beautiful, and it's just a beautiful being and a beautiful creature, and clearly can tow thousands of pounds, and it's just strong, and more so a horse prepared for the day of battle with armor and might, and he's had horseshoes put on, and he's just strong and ready and well fed. A horse like that, even with 1,000 of those against any city or whatever, the victory belongs to the Lord. And that's just, I love that, because man's reliance can't be on the horse ready for battle, but on the Lord, who knows all and hears all. Anyway, that's chapter 21, Proverbs 21 today, and I just I'm honored to share that with you. So hopefully talk to you soon, and feel free to send me any insights you'd like on my email or comment, and or anything you want to share with me about this video. All right, thanks. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.